ABC 10 News at 5 starts right now.
A military vehicle crashes in Southern California, sending multiple people to the hospital. What we know about the moments leading up to the incident.
Plus, a local man is behind bars tonight, accused of shooting his girlfriend and her child. We're going to hear from neighbors about what happened days before that shooting.
And the financial burden of having COVID. A look at the changes health insurance has gone through since the pandemic began.
ABC 10 News at 5 starts now.
A man is accused of shooting his girlfriend and daughter inside their Lemon Grove home overnight. Both of them are now in the hospital. Thank you for joining us. I'm Lindsay Pena.
And I'm Steve Atkinson. Our ABC 10 News reporter Sofia Hernandez spent the day in that neighborhood looking for answers into what happened.
He's acting normal to me.
It was in this quiet neighborhood off Bakersfield Street where 40-year-old Pablo Eduardo Ramirez allegedly shot his girlfriend and her 15-year-old daughter early Wednesday morning.
We saw her taken away, and then they put a tape all over this area. It's like, wow. You know, I just saw her this morning waving at me, and then all of a sudden that happened.
SDSO released multiple children live in the home. Neighbors like Mel Cañones says the news comes as a surprise.
2 days ago, I heard them arguing. Okay, it was kind of intense. And then what happened last night, it just kind of shocked me because, you know, at first we didn't know what happened.
But for those who live across the street, it's upsetting, yet not uncommon.
What can you say? It's going to happen. You know, it's just life.
San Diego Sheriff's Office tells 10 News the shooting resulted from a domestic argument. And while both mother and daughter were severely wounded, they are out of surgery, expected to recover. Sofia Hernandez, ABC 10 News.
Pablo Eduardo Ramirez was arrested for 2 counts of attempted murder. Now to some developing news out of Riverside County, where a military vehicle crashed and overturned, sending 5 Marines to the hospital. That happened this afternoon while traveling on the 215 freeway in Menifee. The truck veered off the roadway and onto its side. Our affiliate in Los Angeles reports that truck was part of a convoy and towing a trailer at the time of the incident. Authorities have not said how many people were in the truck. And you can stay on top of any new developments with this military crash by downloading the 10 News app. A free version is available in the App Store.
For months, most Americans who got sick with COVID had their medical costs covered with treatment at no charge. But now people who get hospitalized with the coronavirus could be on the hook for thousands of dollars. Our ABC 10 News anchor Derek Stahl is going in depth to explain how health insurance has changed.
Throughout the pandemic, there's been free COVID testing, if ordered by a doctor, free vaccines, and for a while, most people got free COVID treatment in the hospital or ER. Kaiser Family Foundation found at one point 88% of people with health insurance had a plan that would waive all the costs for a COVID hospitalization. But now that's changed, says KFF health policy expert Krutika Amin.
With these cost-sharing waivers expiring, more and more people were hospitalized, are going to face significant medical bills that could lead to additional financial instability.
By the end of September, the group estimates 78% of the nation's largest health plans will be back to normal billing for COVID treatment. That means patients who get hospitalized with COVID now could see big bills. According to a study at the University of Michigan, the average out-of-pocket cost for someone with private health insurance is $3,800. And that's just the average.
Some plans can have deductibles that exceed over $8,000. And for people who have not met their out-of-pocket maximums, they could be charged a significant amount.
With COVID testing and the vaccines, there's a federal mandate that they be offered for free. But there is no federal mandate that insurers cover the cost of COVID-related treatment. 6 states and the District of Columbia have mandates or agreements that insurers pick up these costs, but not California.
Earlier in the pandemic, insurers were not spending as much because people were staying out of the hospitals to socially distance, elective procedures were being canceled, and so health spending and utilization were lower. And they remain below expected levels in 2021.
There's a provision in the Affordable Care Act that limits how much money health insurers can make. If they make too much, they have to give people discounts and rebates. So instead of doing that, insurers temporarily waived out-of-pocket costs for COVID care. But Amin says the arrival of vaccines changed the equation.
The overwhelming majority of the COVID hospitalizations are avoidable.
Under federal law, insurers cannot charge people different rates based on their vaccination status. And Amin says insurers have already indicated they will not raise premiums on everyone next year because of COVID. But they can choose to start charging again for COVID hospital stays in general. And it just so happens 98% of those have involved the unvaccinated, according to KFF's estimates. In June and July, the group says hospitalizations of the unvaccinated cost the U.S. healthcare system $2.3 billion. And now more of those patients will have to pick up a bigger part of the tab. Derek Stahl, ABC 10 News.
Big changes, and the cost of COVID testing is also beginning to change. Tests ordered by a doctor remain free, but insurers can charge for routine screening tests. That might include weekly testing at work sites or schools.
Across the U.S., schools are being forced to close as COVID cases in children surge. The American Academy of Pediatrics says there were 252,000 COVID cases among kids last week, the largest since the pandemic began. A new study at San Diego State University is helping prevent the virus's spread among students. Corinne McDaniels-Davidson, the director of SDSU's Institute of Public Health, says the focus is about preventing COVID in middle schools.
And a lot of middle school students haven't gotten the vaccine, even if they're eligible. And so the idea was to figure out what we need to do to put layers of protection around middle schools to keep them safe.
Part of the study looks at which COVID-19 tests are more accessible to families in underserved communities, at home or on-site COVID-19 tests. They'll start with 2 middle schools in the Sweetwater Union High School District, then expand the preferred testing method to all 11 middle school students and staff.
All right, another warm day throughout the county. In fact, a flex alert began about an hour ago for all of the county. Our meteorologist, Angelica Campos, is joining us with the latest conditions tonight. Angelica.
Hi, Steve. Last time I actually posted about Flex Alert, a lot of people didn't know what it meant. And of course, it just means we have to just conserve energy because the heat is going to be on and it will be impacting most of the state. There's a couple of fire weather watches up north, heat advisories extending into central California, and then also here in San Diego. In our mountains, the heat advisory is already in effect and it will extend into our inland communities starting at 10 a.m. on Thursday. Plenty of 90s, possibly getting close to the triple digits over the next couple of days.
San Diego police SWAT officers and a negotiations team spent most of the day at a Scripps Ranch home trying to get a man to come out. He is accused of assaulting a family member with a baseball bat. ABC 10 News reporter Mimi Alcala is joining us live from the scene. And Mimi, you learned that this isn't the first time this has happened there.
Right, Lindsay, and you can actually see some officers still here right now at the end of this cul-de-sac here. We're told that detectives are collecting evidence at that house here on Pettenwell Road, not only for the incident that happened here today, but a very similar situation just days ago.
This is the conclusion that we want.
After nearly 9 hours, a SWAT standoff in the Scripps Ranch cul-de-sac finally came to an end. San Diego Police Captain Mike Holden says it all started at about 6:30 Wednesday morning with a 911 call about an assault at the home on Pettenwell Road.
The officers that responded found the victim and determined that another family member had assaulted them with a baseball bat.
Police say the family member suffered serious injuries to the head, but was treated at the hospital and released. The suspect was identified by police as 20-year-old Joseph Greco. Officers tried to get Greco to come out of the house with no luck, which is why the SWAT unit and negotiations team were brought in.
We bring in these resources because our goal here is to peacefully resolve what has happened here today.
Holden says after hours of negotiating with no response from Greco, they deployed tear gas into the house. He says that finally got him to exit through the back. He was taken into custody. Police say just days ago, Greco was accused of assaulting a different family member at the same house. He's now facing some serious charges.
He will be booked into jail for attempted murder on the family member today. Same suspect assaulted a different family member in the same residence last week, and he will be charged with assault with a deadly weapon in that incident.
And none of the neighbors here had to be evacuated during the very lengthy standoff. Police said some were told to shelter in place. And again, the suspect here tonight has been taken into custody. We're live from Scripps Ranch. Mimi Alcala, ABC 10 News.
Mimi, thank you. Today we heard from Secretary of State Antony Blinken following the Taliban announcing its new government. Blinken says the U.S. and the international community have told the Taliban that the Afghan people deserve to have an inclusive government.
Yesterday, the Taliban named a new interim government. We're assessing the announcement, but despite professing that a new government would be inclusive, the announced list of names consists exclusively of individuals who are members of the Taliban or their close associates, and no women. We're also concerned by the affiliations and track records of some of those individuals. We understand the Taliban has presented this as a caretaker cabinet. We will judge it and them by its actions.
Blinken also called on the Taliban to stop blocking charter flights containing Americans trying to leave Afghanistan.